Hello everyone, Cranestorm here, and today we're going to do a starter tier list ranking, because everyone loves a good ranking video. So yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna just go in Dex order, I think. And also I've just noticed there's no Pikachu and there's no Eevee on here, which is good because they're not starters. So let's get straight into it with Bulbasaur. I think Bulbasaur's probably the best of the Kanto starters. I mean you can't go wrong with Bulbasaur, right? Bulbasaur will hard carry through most of the game. He is pretty decent. I'm gonna put Bulbasaur in A tier, and this is just for the base evolutions as well. We're not talking about Venusaur. We're just talking about Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a solid A tier Pokemon, I think. So next is Charmander. Now Charmander's Game Freak's baby, right? Game Freak love Charmander, and let's be fair, there's a reason for that. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. However, I think that just purely because there is just so much Charmander, he's kind of a bit stale now for me. I don't think Charmander is any higher than the C. Squirtle! Straight into A tier. Squirtle is amazing. Everyone loves Squirtle, right? I think he's probably most people's actual favorite of the Gen 1 stars. He's so cool. He's so cute. That's all I need to say. Chikorita. A lot of hate for Chikorita, but Chikorita I think is misunderstood, and Chikorita gets a bad rap because Chikorita is not good in its own game. Johto absolutely destroys Chikorita, and that's not very fair on Chikorita at all. So I'm going to put Chikorita in B tier. The first starter I ever used in a Gen 2 game, by the way, Chikorita, and yeah, I think very misunderstood Pokemon. Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is definitely A tier. Cyndaquil is probably my favorite Gen 2 starter, I think. Just look at him. Look at his little cute eyes, and he's got the cool fire as well coming out of his back. That was a nice design, Game Freak. You did good with Cyndaquil. It's a shame that you ruined him in the 3D models, but never mind. Never mind. Totodile up next. Totodile, another solid one. Another solid one. I don't know if I can put him in the same tier as Cyndaquil though, so I'm going to put him in B tier. Not really much to be said there. Totodile is solid. We're moving on to Gen 3 now. I think probably Gen 3 is the best generation for starter Pokemon. And if you disagree with that, then I seriously question your resolve. But Trico is definitely an A tier Pokemon. He is a cool little guy. Look at him. He's doing his T-pose there. He's pretty cool. Right. Next up, Torchic. Straight into A tier again. Torchic was the first Gen 3 starter Pokemon I used. Torchic I mean, look at how cute he is. Look at his little feathers, standing on one leg. Both Gen 3 starters actually, you know, they're clearly very good at balancing. I mean, Trico's got his arms out like he's on a tightrope. Torchic's standing on one leg. They would be an S tier if I was ranking them on ability to balance, definitely. Mudkip. You know what? Enough said. Okay, Gen 4. Turtwig. Turtwig is pretty darn amazing. He is pretty darn amazing. He's the only grass type starter that can learn a water move, and that move is Withdraw. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Maybe a little unfair. We'll rearrange all of these, by the way, right at the very end, and put them in the actual order. And if I need to do any changes at the end, maybe I will. Okay, Chimchar. Boom, straight into S tier. Chimchar is awesome. Pretty much always, if I'm actually gonna like have a proper playthrough of Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, I will go for Chimchar every time. I love Chimchar. And Piplup. I'm gonna put Piplup in S tier and A tier as well. Piplup is again, I think, very misunderstood. On to Gen 5. We got Snivy. The smug little guy. There he is. Snivy. I'm going to put Snivy. You know what? I'm going to put Snivy in A tier. He's such a cool design. And I just love how he just looks like he just does not give a Tepig. Oshawott. Oshawott. You know what? I never used to like Oshawott. I didn't really like the design very much. But actually, I think I'm going to put Oshawott in B tier. Because he's not actually too bad. I mean, he's a little cutie boy. He's okay. He's alright. He's not top tier, but I don't dislike him as much as I used to. Okay, so Generation 6. It's just occurred to me there's also no Gen 9 stars on here either. So, Generation 6. Where is Chespin? There he is. Sorry, Chespin. You are below average in my eyes. Fennekin! You know what? Fennekin could go in C tier, I think. I don't mind Fennekin, but like honestly, they kind of missed the mark a little bit with the Gen 6 stars, I think. I don't really think any of them are like super good. Apart from the next one, Froakie, who is most definitely I'm gonna say S tier actually. Froakie is pretty darn amazing. Right, Gen 7. On to Gen 7. So we have got Rowlet. I think Rowlet's a little bit overrated, personally. I think he's a little bit overrated. That's not to say that I don't like Rowlet. I mean, he's an owl. I love owls. But honestly, I think he's overrated for what he is. I think he's overrated. Litten. I'm going to put Litten in C tier. Yeah, he's alright. He's okay. Popplio, D tier. Like, not a massive Gen 7 fan, really. I think all three of these starters, the base forms at least, they're just fine. They're just fine. Right, on to the Gen 8. Grookey. I'm going to say Grookey's a solid B tier. I do like myself a bit of Grookey. Scorbunny. A tier. Scorbunny is cool. I don't care what anyone says. And finally we got Sobble. And yeah. I think I'm going to put Sobble in C tier also. I don't know, Gen 7 and Gen 8, I just feel like the starter designs were just, well, 6, 7, and 8 actually, the starter designs were just not, they're not as on form. They're not as on form. Let's see if we can add the rest. Okay, so we've got Gen 9 starters now. And I think Gen 9, I think that's where they really hit the jackpot again with the designs. Sprigatito, I'm going to say A tier. Bang. Straight away. Sprigatito is a cool cat. I like what Sprigatito's got going on. Fuecoco, boom. Straight into S tier. I knew instantly that Fuecoco was going to be my first choice of starter in the Gen 9 games when they announced him. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cool. Quaxley, you know what? I don't hate Quaxley as much as the average person. But he's probably still in B tier for me. You know, he's cool. He's got his nice little hat thing. Yeah, he's all right. I think they could have probably done a little bit more with Quaxley, but what they gave us was adequate. Okay, so now to really pop them properly in the proper rank. So I think for me, Popplio is definitely my least favorite of the D tier ones. I mean, yeah. Just not a huge Popplio fan. I don't know what it is, but yeah. I think, you know what? I think this whole bottom row is okay. I think Tepig deserves to be above Chespin. This tier, in C tier, I think we're gonna change around Litten there, and I think we're gonna keep it like this. B tier, I'm gonna put Oshawott to the bottom of. No, I'm not. I'm gonna put Oshawott there next to Quaxley. I think I'm going to put Rowlet there. I'm going to put Grookey there. And I'm going to move Turtwig there. Come on. There. Who's next? Who's next? Okay. A tier. You know what? Actually, I think I'm just going to change a couple of these around. I think I might move Squirtle up to... I think I'm going to move Squirtle up to S tier. I think Bulbasaur is still the best Kanto starter, but I think I prefer Squirtle a little bit personally. And you know what? Torchic's going up to S tier as well. Looks a little bit more appropriate. So we're gonna move Scorbunny right down to the end. I think we're gonna move Bulbasaur to just in front of Snivy there. Piplup is going there. yeah, I think that looks good. Cyndaquil, Piplup, Trico, Bulbasaur, Snivy, Sprigatito. Yeah, I think that's good. S tier. I think I'm gonna put Torchic in front of Squirtle. And then I think I'm actually gonna put Fuecoco in front of Froakie there. And yeah, this top line looks good. And there we have it. That is my ranking of all of the starters. If I had to place Pikachu and Eevee as well, I'd put them both in D tier because they're not starter Pokemon. And that's it. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Tell me if you want to see part 2 where I do the middle stage evolutions. And maybe even a part 3 for the final stage evolutions. That would be really cool. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.